Hi my crafty friends. Today I'm going to be showing you how I attach a faux fur pom pom to a hat. A really simple way, no like buttons or snaps or anything involved. Basically you just need your hat, you need your pom, and you need a needle with a big enough eye that will go through your yarn or whatever your tie material is. So let's get started. First, what I like to do is measure about an inch. You can eyeball it. I didn't grab my ruler, but you can eyeball about an inch from the very top of your hat. So you can see that I did a bunch of decreases, and this is the center of the top. So what I like to do next is, once you kind of have your about an inch figured out, because that will give you a nice secure pom-pom, flip your pom-pom upside down, and I divide the yarn ties up evenly. So I make my faux fur pom-poms. I'm sure you guys, if you have, if you are buying pom-poms on Etsy, you've probably seen me. I'm Hannah, and I'm from the Nap Time Knitter Design on Etsy. And so what I like to do is divide this up. And this is my caramel blonde pom, which is my absolute favorite and my best seller by far. I'm gonna take my needle and go into this yarn, oops, as I drop it. Never a dull moment in my life. Okay, so then you're gonna, what I like to do is put my hand in the hat and find about an inch from here. Now you don't want to go into a hole. So as I did some decreases, I've got some holes. If you're in a pinch and you're like, I just need to get this hat on, this pom-pom on, I mean, you can go in a hole, but it'll create like more of a bobbly pom-pom, which I'm not a fan. So I go into the yarn or a stitch. If you're working with like a thinner yarn, this is actually a super bulky, so my yarn is very chunky and really great to work with. But if you're with a thinner yarn, you can go in a stitch. You just don't want to go in like a big hole where you're like decreasing. And about an inch from here, so you just want to evenly space your yarn ties out. Pull it through, and we're going to do this. Number 3, I know that people make pom-poms all differently, right? I've been making pom-poms since 2017, selling them on Etsy kind of at the end of 2017, 2018. So I've been doing this a long time. All right, and this is the last one. I also have a blog, naptimeknitter.com, which I'll link in the description box. But if you just want to find like the very basic pictures of how to do this. So I set my needle down, I'm done with my needle. I'm going to kind of hold my pom and hat together, put my hand inside the hat and grab the pom-pom, and then you're going to turn it inside out. So next step is tying these two together and then these two together. And it doesn't matter. I mean, you could tie these two, it doesn't really matter. And I like to make a knot and then create a bow with them. So if you only had 2, you could just make a knot and, create a bow with that. But if you make them with 4 ties, if you have a pom-pom with 4 ties, like what I do, I pull it nice and tight, make a knot, and then we're going to do that with the next one. And I will put my pom-pom link and all of those goodies in the description box for you. And then I make a bow. And then if you needed to untie it, you can. Remove it. I also find that, if you didn't want to make it removable, you can wash your pom-pom and your hat in one swoop. Yes, I know, I'm like breaking all the rules, but I have been working with faux fur material for, let's see, if this is like the 7th year, And I find that they wash up actually really well. What you want to do is just make sure that you are following the instruction for your hat. So if you need to hand wash it, if you need to wash it on cold and in the gentle cycle, which is typically what I do, especially if it's like, this is a wool blend, this is the Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick. I absolutely love working with this yarn. It's like my favorite. And so I know this one's machine washable. So I will throw this in the washing machine with the pom pom on, and I have a tutorial on this on my blog as well. And you just wash it up, and then once it's washed, I will hang it to dry. Do not put it in the dryer. So the dryer is not your friend, is not your friend when you are with faux fur material, just in general. It's, it's like with anything else. The dryer's not your friend with this. So you want to hang it to dry, and then I like to, I just kind of put it on my drying rack over one of my vents in the house. And so it dries pretty quickly. And then once the hat and the pom are dry, I will just take a comb and I will just fluff it up with my comb, and boom, it is back to normal. So if you're like, I don't really want to I don't want to have to remove a pom-pom. I don't want to mess with a snap or, anything like that. You can tell either your clients, if you're making this for yourself, or your clients who you're selling to, either on Etsy or whatever platform you're selling on, that you can actually wash your pom-pom. You just don't want to put it in the dryer. So, all right, well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, let me know. Leave them in the comments. And I hope you subscribe and follow me. Have a great day.